First BSc Chemistry, Section 26 of Liquids and Solutions. The contents here are determination of the molecular mass of the solute by Beckmann's method and Landsberg's method, numerical problems on determination of molecules. Learning objectives are to know how to determine molar mass using different experimental methods, to solve some numerical problems on the determination of molar mass. Session outcomes will be to determine molar mass using different experimental methods, working out the numerical problems. Prerequisites are physical properties of liquid. Example, boiling point, freezing point. What is boiling point? Earlier stage I have told you that when a solution or a solvent, the vapor pressure of the solvent or any organic compound, when it starts boiling, that is the vapor pressure of the solution, when becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, then the solution will start boiling. What is freezing point? The solution or a solvent freezes to some lower temperature and forms a solid. That is freezing point. The temperature at which the solution or a solvent freezes, that is called as freezing point. Thermometer reading. First you should learn how to read the thermometer. Then molecular mass. Now let us see determination of molecular mass of a solute by Beckmann's method. The apparatus consists of wide glass tube A with side arm B to introduce solute as shown in the diagram. This is Beckmann's method. There is a wide glass tube, that is denoted by A, and there is a side tube B. Through this side tube you can add a solute. Then the stirrer and a Beckmann thermometer T are introduced into the tube, and the tube is inserted into an outer tube to prevent rapid cooling. Now you see in the diagram this inner tube, again it is containing thermometer and stirrer. It is temperature is thermometer measurement by temperature, and this inner tube, the wide tube, is kept in another jacket or another outer tube to prevent rapid cooling. There is a tube in between the freezing mixture and the solution inside the tube. Now after this, the whole assembly is kept in freezing mixture giving a temperature of about 5 degrees centigrade below the freezing point of a solvent. Now this is what it has shown in the diagram, freezing mixture, that is nothing but a ice cubes. Now a known mass of the, how to do the experiment? A known mass of a solvent is taken in the tube A and stirred slowly. So in the beginning you are taking only the solvent. Solvent is taken and it is taken in a tube A and stirred slowly. You have to mix it. The temperature decreases initially and then increases to a constant temperature. This temperature is recorded. This gives freezing point of a solvent. It is only solvent. It can be denoted by T0. Then the tube is slightly warmed up and then a known weight of the solute is added through the side B arm to get solution. When solute is added to solvent, now it will be converting into solution. Again, the solution is stirred in the freezing mixture. The temperature at which solution freezes is recorded which gives the freezing point of the solution T1. Now, the difference between T0. T0 is the freezing temperature of only solvent and T1 is the freezing temperature of the solution. The difference between these two will give you depression in the freezing point. By knowing the weight of the solute, what you have added, the molecular weight of the solute can be calculated using this below formula. M2 is equal to 1000 into Kf into W2 over W1 into delta Tf. Delta Tf is the difference in temperature of the freezing point. W2 is equal to weight of the solute. W1 is a weight of a solvent. M2 is the molecular weight of the solute. Kf is a cryoscopic constant. Now you are finding out M2, that is the molecular weight of the solute. Now let us work out on problem on that. 0.44 grams of substance dissolved in 22.2 grams of benzene lowered the freezing point of the benzene by 0.567 degrees centigrade. Calculate the molecular mass of the substance. They have given the value of Kf for benzene. It is equal to 5.12. Now, M2 you have to find out by using this formula. M2 is equal to 1000 into Kf into W2 over W1 into delta Tf. Now 1000 into Kf value they have given. You substitute that value 5.12 into W2 will be weight of the substance, that is solute, 0.44 over W1 is 0.567, that is the W1 is the weight of the solvent into delta Tf they have given, that is 22.2. Now after calculation, just simple multiplication and division, you will get 178.9. The molecular mass of the substance is 178.9 gram per mole. Now let us see the other experiment, the determination of the molecular mass of a solute by Landsberg's method. Now in this method, the boiling point of the solvent and the solution are determined by passing vapors of the pure solvent through the solvent and solution taken in a tube. This is done to avoid superheating apparatus consists of boiling flask B to boil pure solvent into vapor. This is what the diagram, it is given over here. The solvent is taken in a beaker B and there is a condenser at the downside. It is to the right. There is a big graduated boiling tube and here there is an outlet here. There is a thermometer, the inlet between the tube and also the conical flask. You can observe here. Now, this is done to avoid superheating of apparatus consists of boiling flask to boil pure solvent into vapor. So, solvent is heated to boil off. It is connected to a graduated tube through delivery tube in which pure solvent and the solutions are taken. Bigman thermometer is inserted to graduated tube to measure the boiling point of the solvent and solution. This is the apparatus. Next, the graduated tube is kept in an outer jacket J. See here, the graduated tube is kept inside the outer jacket. A hole H is made in the bulb of the graduated tube for the overflow of excess of solution. Bigman thermometer gives more accurate value up to 0.01 degree centigrade. In Beckmann thermometer, instead of reading the boiling point of the solvent and the solution, the difference in boiling point can also be measured. If ordinary thermometer is used, the error will be more. That is why in this method, the Beckmann thermometer can be used. A known volume of the pure solvent is taken in a graduated tube and the vapor of the solvent are passed into it from the boiling tube. Solvent boils at its boiling point. Thermometer reading is recorded, which is the boiling point of the solvent T1. Then a known weight of the solute is added to a graduated tube and the dissolved in a small quantity of the solvent, and again solvent vapors are passed through the solution. The temperature at which solution boil. Earlier only the solvent boils. Now after adding the solute, the solution will start boiling and the temperature is recorded, that is as T2. Afterwards, the tube is cooled and the volume of the solution is recorded. Knowing the density of the solvent, mass of the solution can be calculated. The difference in boiling point of the solution and solvent gives elevation in boiling point. By knowing the weight of the solute, molar mass of the solute can be calculated by this formula. M2 is equal to 1000 into Kb into W2 over W1 into delta Tb. That is change in temperature of the solution and solvent. Kb is called as a ebullioscopic constant. In the earlier case, we have discussed Kf is the freezing cryoscopic constant. W2 is the weight of the solute. W1 is the weight of the solvent. M2 is the molecular weight of the solute and you have to calculate that. Kb is the ebullioscopic constant and delta Tb is nothing but elevation in boiling point. Now let us work out one more problem on this. A solution prepared from 0.3 grams of unknown non-volatile solute in 30 grams of carbon tetrachloride. It boils at 350.392 Kelvin. Calculate the molecular mass of the solute. The boiling point of CCl4 and its Kb are 350 Kelvin and 5.03 respectively. Now using the same formula, M2 is equal to 1000 into Kb into W2 over W1 into delta Tb. Substituting all above equations, the values, you will get 128.3 gram per mole. Now the last part, recapitulation. What and all we have learnt now? Determination of the molecular mass by Beckmann's method, determination of the molecular mass by Landsberg's method, and we have worked out some numerical problems on both these methods. Thank you.